Alright, boys and girls. Doing a one-shot Cthulhu game tonight. So you guys all know a Mr. Knott. How you know him, this one shot doesn't tell me. But what's important is that he's a friend, and he's got money to blow. He's recently inherited a piece of property, the Corbett House. The former tenants, the Macarios, was involved in a tragedy, and the owner wished to understand the mysterious happenings at the house and set matters straight. Mr. Knott has been unable to rent the house out since the tragedy and hopes that you guys can clear things up and restore its good name. He offers to reimburse you for your time and trouble, and he even gives you guys the keys, the address, and $25 in advance. Knowing your jobs, you will want to conduct some research before you head to the house. He recommends that you can check out the old newspaper articles at the offices of the Boston Globe. You can head to the Central Library or go to the Hall of Records. But time is money, so please don't dawdle. And with that, he promptly ushers you out of his office. Um, so you guys are kind of milling about. And what would you like to do as far as where would you like to go, rather? Or if you'd like to introduce yourselves, since you guys are all strangers, it's fine. Maybe a little blurb about what your character is, who he is.
Oh, sorry, I had a phone call during that.
Sweet Christ.
And take two.
Our friend, we know a guy. He's trying to sell a house,
Yes.
or he can't sell.
Hold on. Let me just
Right.
do this.
My bad.
You all know a Mr. Knight. He's asked you guys to look into what the fuck's going on at this house. He can't rent it out, and he's a little perplexed at the moment.
Alright,
Thank you.
I introduce myself. I'm Randall. Nice to meet y'all. Funny that we all know Mr. Knott. But come from Virginia. Farmer. Former U.S. military.
Nice to meet
I'm
you,
gonna
sir.
Nice to meet you. I'm gonna head to the Boston Globe and check out some of these newspaper articles. Sit there and see if I can figure out what exactly happened.
Yeah, I'd be down to join you. Name's Wesley Brexington. I'm a currently retiring boxer. I kind of am okay on money and don't really want to do this, but new career is going to be try and become a private detective. Don't really have much knowledge about it, but got an office and a chair and a desk, and I plan on just doing it just for shits and giggles.
That's always.
Nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet
You
you.
as well. The name is Prentice St. Cloud. I'm a doctor of psychology. I'm clearly doing this or a favor for my father, who knows Mr. Knott from the country club. Um, let's try not to take all night to do this, fellas.
Okay, and you said your name was Princess?
Prentice.
This married.
Princess.
So I misheard you there, Mr. St. Cloud.
That's quite all right.
It looks like me and Mr. Rexington are going to head to the Globe if you would like to come with us.
Sure.
All right.
Anyone else?
Anybody else going to introduce themselves, or we just have to figure out shit about y'all later?
Other two gentlemen just stare at you.
All right, so...
Cold, like dead stairs.
I don't know what's going on with those guys, but they're creepy. Anyway, Alright. I'm gonna go ahead
Wait.
and,
Sean
Yes.
trying to talk? I couldn't see.
No, I didn't say anything yet.
I've been having a
walk up
Discord
to-
problem.
Alright.
Having a
I'll
brain
walk up to one of them and I stick my hand out to you. I'm like, Randall.
You hold on. What
Who
now?
you are? I walk up to one of them and I stick my hand out.
One of who?
The other
One of
players haven't
One of
introduced
the other
themselves.
players just standing there. I stick
Oh,
my hand
gotcha.
out to shake their hand, and I'm like, Randall, nice to meet you. Waiting for one of them to shake my hand back.
Rich, Sean,
Alright.
talking to you guys?
I walk away and flip them off and sit there and say, we'll move on.
But I didn't even get a chance to reply.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody said anything. They were just sitting there.
Sorry, man. I'm just super tired.
You're good, man.
Hey, what's up? Name's Jeff Barrick. I'm a personal trainer. Yeah, at the gym.
Come again?
I'm a personal trainer. Yeah, like a professional gym nut.
Oh, that's fascinating. So you practice the art of the calisthenics?
Exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly. Not quite sure why I'm here right now, but money's money, I guess. The gym game's not high paying.
No, I
Heard
bet
that.
not. Alright, oh, this other guy is looking down on a device and putting some...
No.
No.
No, we can't hear you, Rich.
Figures he's literally good right up to the point we're about
Right.
to play.
Give him a second.
I know my Discord is going up and down all night.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just before you start, Rich, how many times were you trying to talk this whole time to sit there and introduce
These
yourself?
motherfuckers keep talking over me.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
see my ring green. Can you hear me?
Can
Yes.
you hear us?
Now I can't hear you. Hold on.
Uh,
Say something, please.
something, please.
Something.
Thank you.
All right.
Man, I guess he still can't hear us. That's crazy.
I've been trying to talk for like the last 5 minutes, and every time I press the button, nothing comes out. It's been very frustrating.
Sorry, dude. I was like, damn, I know that took a minute to get the characters made, but like everybody went to sleep.
I was going to try to introduce myself and then suggest we go to the library instead of the paper, because the library has a record of all the papers they published for the last years.
When was microfiche invented?
No, they have physical copies out there. That's not just microfiche, physical copies. Microfilm was a later invention, but they kept physical copies in the library until.
Either way, we could still maybe find some. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the whole thing is as long as we can find research on on the property history, that's the
Yeah.
big thing.
And we can always go over to the Globe once we find the history and speak to the person
Yeah,
that maybe wrote the article.
That did the article and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah,
I
and
guess
you
we can go to the Hall of
definitely
Records and see.
go to multiple places. You don't have to just go to one.
That too.
Like I said, the way I figured is we need to go to the Hall of Records to see what was there before this house was built.
Social distancing, man.
I'm sorry. Come again? Go searching property records. I thought we were just gonna do a quick little walk through the house, say everything's fine, and be on our way.
Well, that's not doing the job.
So I am a professional investigator. To be able to actually go do what we need to do, we need to know the background of the building first.
What are you, some kind of fortune tellers?
No.
Sir, I'm telling you, I am a professional investigator. Since the war, I've worked in private investigation. People pay me to find their secrets.
I see.
The only reason why I know any of this is because I just started taking interest in it. That's the only reason why I'm here. It's because a buddy of mine who did this got this case and sent me here. And by the way, I had to give him half the money after this is done.
Wow, $12.50.
Right?
$12.50.
The
Alright, which place would you guys like to go first?
library,
I guess
I
we'll hit
think.
the library first.
The library?
What time is it?
It's early, 9 a.m.
Alright.
So, yeah, I guess we hit the library first, and then we can go to the newspaper and
Alright.
I know.
for all these places.
I know how important time can be in this game.
Right.
So you guys make your way to the library, hailing a cab. You guys meet up at the library. It's, the Boston Central Library, so it's huge. You go up, doors are open, walk in. Librarian greets you. Good morning. Now, I need each player to make a library use.
I'm sorry, a what?
Library
It's a
use.
skill.
It's a skill. Starting off great.
Oh,
Not
shit,
me.
how do I roll these? Did I roll?
You
Make
gotta
sure
make.
edit mode is turned off, and then you can click the skill.
Gotcha.
Hey, somebody
Fuck
can
it,
do
look at this nerd.
Fucking boxer guy.
I used to hide out in the library all the time before I got buff.
Yeah.
Pushes his glasses up.
I wear glasses, sir, but I can't see.
Alright, so you guys spread out and start looking at different locations, looking at all manners of things. You find an article about in 1835 a prosperous merchant builds the house but immediately falls ill and sells it to a Mr. Walter Corbett, Esquire. You also, after some time, find another article about in 1852, Walter Corbett is sued by neighbors who petitioned to force him to leave the area in consequence of his curious habits and unauspicious demeanor. You also, looking into that, this would be you, Wesley, since you rolled an extreme success. You find that eventually Corbett wins the lawsuit His obituary in 1866 states that he still lived in the same place, so evidently he won. Um, it also states that a second lawsuit was being waged to prevent Corbett from being buried in his basement as provided by his will. Um, you don't find any outcome to the second lawsuit, though.
Does it say anything about what some of his strange habits were?
No, not in this article.
Okay. I wonder what some of his habits were that they're talking about.
Thank you, baby.
I'm more concerned with the person being buried in the basement.
I mean, it's just a body.
And there's ghosts and shit out there.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
I don't know.
And here are the handouts for all that you had found.
All right. I guess that's everything we're gonna be able to find here. I guess.
That's all the interesting facts about this house that you find. Um, but there is still the Boston Globe and the Hall of Records.
All right. Do y'all want to head to the Globe first, or do y'all want to head to the get to the records? Or do we want to split up and send half people to the Globe, half people to the records, and we just meet up back up at the house?
I don't know. Most of us didn't have good luck here, so
Yeah, I mean, Mike, you pretty much spent your whole time in like the comic section reading, and then eventually got thrown out for hitting up somebody for money for coffee.
Hey, my credit, I'm not that broke.
You rolled 100. It was on the fly decision.
Yeah. Oh no, I got you. Yeah, no. The coffee that was sitting there was free, and I kept asking the librarian to go make me a cup.
Right. Which place would y'all like to go?
I guess we'll hit the Globe and then we'll hit the records.
All right.
Everybody cool with that?
Yep.
So all these handouts was the information we just
Yes. So you going to the Globe next. All right. You guys go out, take another couple of cabs, and end up at the Boston Globe. So you walk in, and the lady greets you. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
We're looking for some of the articles that were written on the Corbett house.
The Corbett house?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find you anything. She asks you guys to wait there. Looks over at another woman. Says, get them some coffee or something. So they get you, refreshments. She comes back in a little bit. Says that she pretty much gives you the information that you had already had from the library. Like Rich was saying, most of that stuff is sent to the library.
Right.
She's like, there is a memo here that says that there were some unpublished articles, but you'd have to get permission for Mr. Wilmot. He's the editor, the Boston Globe
Wait,
editor.
say, I'm sorry, madam. You
Hold
said
on.
that. Sorry?
Go ahead.
You said that there were articles written but never published?
Yes, stuff that never makes it to the paper.
Right, and we would need to speak with the editor?
Yes.
And can we make an
Yes.
appointment?
I'm sure he's not busy. I can go and see if he'll come and speak with you.
That'd be
Aren't she
wonderful.
the
Thank you.
cat's pajamas?
She blushes. uh, I'll be right back. And she walks off. A few minutes goes by and she comes back out eventually. Give me just a second. Since one of you motherfuckers keep stopping my fucking playlist, I'm just gonna play it through Discord where you won't have any control over it.
I thought you said we couldn't control the output or make it stop.
I didn't. I'd have to sign up for the damn page, which is free, but I don't feel like doing all that.
Yeah, all I did was just turn it down to where I could barely hear it.
Yeah, if someone pauses it, it pauses for everyone, which fucks up the music for the stream. So 1 second. Alright. So a few minutes goes by.
You want to turn that down a little bit?
No.
You can.
Detonate nuclear device.
Right click on it and there's a user volume slider.
Oh no, I stopped that since one of you guys kept pausing it.
Right click on the rhythm name and you can
Oh yeah, you could turn it down
slide
in
it.
Discord. Yeah. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Alright. So, Mr. R.T. Wilmot comes walking out. He's got, the little wool vest on, some slacks. And he's like, yes, I heard you guys needed some assistance.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Go ahead, Mr. St. Cloud.
Yes, we're here to get some documents. So apparently you have some unwritten articles about a Mr. Corbett, Walter Corbett.
Oh, yes. The name doesn't ring any bells, but yeah, I think what you're asking, you want to go see the morgue, the newspaper clippings files.
Yes, sir.
And unfortunately, that's not open to the general public. There could be some sensitive information in there.
Well, I mean, we're more than
We're
happy.
very discreet
It's a man or a
individuals, sir.
It's a man. A
We're
little
very
man.
discreet. We're looking for information for a friend who's asked us who is looking to purchase this property, and we're finding some interesting information, and we would like to further confirm it. And the information we seek is located in the article morgue.
Oh, that sounds a lot like a you problem. Let's see, no one took any
Wait.
social skills.
I
I
did.
had a 40.
Jesus Christ.
I just
Somebody got a success.
that was me.
Yeah, no, which is good because you were doing most of the talking. Uh,
Good old roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
Never fails.
I could have went intimidate, but
he,
I don't think that would have been the best thing to do.
yeah,
It's always best to use the honey first.
I certainly understand what you gentlemen are requesting, but you see, I have a certain obligation to protect the sanctity of the Boston Globe. So,
Um, please excuse them, sir. Can I speak with you privately for a moment?
sure.
Thank you. I'll walk him over to the side and I'll pull out $100 bill. Do you think that perhaps this would change your?
Oh, well, no, not at all.
I see that you're a man of integrity. Uh, forgive my uh offense there, sir. I'll pull out another $100 bill.
Uh, well, sir, you seem to be quite wealthy. I'm sure your money could be used for better things. This guy seems very pompous. Um,
excellent. So should I step in here, Phil?
Bro.
No, we ain't that far yet.
boom, right to the face. Uh,
That was about a little intimidation.
Well, if you're certain, sir, it's very important that we help this man.
uh, I'm sorry, sir. You need to back out of my personal space before I call security.
I'll just walk away from him.
Not you. He's
No,
talking.
I know. I'll go speak with the receptionist.
Okay. I'm sorry about Art. He can be a.
It's quite all right. That is
I think the term you're
not
looking
your.
for is horse's ass, but yeah.
I'll wait for him to walk away.
It depends on what Dark's doing.
Oh yeah.
Oh
No,
well,
I mean,
if he's
we
not
start
buckling to intimidation,
beating the shit out of him.
I'm not gonna go that route yet.
All right.
That's cool.
I bid you gentlemen adieu. And he turns around and walks off.
Fucking kick the back of his feet.
Um, I I understand rough bosses. I've been there. What was her name again, madam?
Oh, me? I'm Ethel.
Ethel. Beautiful name. Um,
Me,
is he the only person with the key to the morgue?
She's hot, man. 86 appearance.
Damn.
Damn!
Hold on, I gotta back the role play up. Hi. Shit.
She start mopping that sweat up with those $100 bills again. Maybe she might
yes,
be able to get you
that's
some.
right. Every time I start to get flustered, I just remember that I'm filthy rich, and I start dabbing my forehead with $100 bills. No, I've got a 60 appearance. I'm not ugly.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm glad you're not, because I'm fucking idiot.
But you,
yes. But is there anyone else that might have a key?
she kind of looks over and looks around, and she's like, I'm gonna take a coffee break. And she kind of whispers, like, meet me outside in 10 minutes.
Enjoy your coffee break, madam.
It's one of them flappers.
Right. She goes out, lights the long cigarette on the little stem thing,
Keep your pants on, boys.
I'll go out and meet her.
The most red lipstick ever, like the film
Like
noir.
So you're saying that she's
Cut
a
her
real
lip.
doll.
Yeah, she's a real doll.
It's like Julie Andrews on Thoroughly Modern Millie.
But you meet her in like kind of a little side alley, and she's like, a gal's got to make a buck. They don't pay us anything. If you give me that money, I'll let you in.
It's all yours.
She'll take it and go over, and she'll call you guys over to a little side room, that like door that lets out into the alley. She unlocks it and she opens it. There shouldn't be anyone in there at all. Um, I wouldn't spend a lot of time in here though. And then she walks back inside through another employee door. This building, or this room, is basically just a bunch of boxes, like shelving with boxes, but they're labeled pretty well. There's no roll or anything, so you guys spend a few with 6 of you, or 5 of you. It shouldn't take too long. You end up finding an unpublished story from 1918, a feature story which was never published. It states that in 1880, a family of French immigrants moved into the house but fled after a series of violent accidents left the parents dead and 3 children crippled. The house... Say again?
No, I was just saying, whoa.
The house stood vacant ever since, well, for a while, until 1909 to be exact. In 1909, another family moved in and immediately fell prey to illnesses. In 1914, the oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife, and the heartbroken family moved out. And then in 1918, a third family, the Mercanos, the ones that I can't remember his name now. The main guy that hired you guys,
Corbett? Oh, not.
not was the last ones to rent the place, but then they left under mysterious circumstances as well.
Pretty fucking metal. No, in all seriousness. Okay, so that's a lot of coincidences. Okay. I wonder if there's some type of, because I know I know sometimes when there is some type of mold, like I'm dealing with wheat, you can get some type of mold. So sometimes mold can make people go mad. I wonder if there's some type of mold or something in there that's making them think like this, or
Did
people get sick.
Did people know that in the 20s though?
Well, yeah, I mean, like there's stuff all the way back to 1800s that people sit there and talk about, like people going mad and everything after eating bread with mold on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the ones where they danced themselves to death.
Yeah, up in France.
Yeah, but I'm saying, did they know back then that it was mold that caused?
Well, not when it initially happened. Like 10, 20 years later, when it's a little bit and everything, they were able to sit there and figure it out. So that would have been the early 1900s.
We see Michael Scott's a nerd.
Well, I'm a farmer, so that's the only reason why I would know about it.
Ah, good point.
You grow a lot of mold on your farm, sir?
No,
I'm
but
sure.
if you sit there and you allow it to get wet, sometimes mold grows, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Let's see.
I think I may have heard of this ergotism.
Exactly, ergot.
I punched
The
him.
rye farmers have the problems with this quite.
Yeah, it's easier now that we know to make sure to store it in silos and things like that. But back in those days, it wasn't really a common knowledge. It was kind of sort of like you just store it in barrels, and barrels can have moisture seep in, things like that. So
Where would these people be buried?
Probably the
I would
local
go.
cemetery.
Yeah, that's what I would guess. But we can go
Close
check it out at the Hall of
cemetery.
Records.
Yeah.
Hall of Records would also have the outcome of the last law.
True.
Not to mention what kind of job or what kind of doctor was. Was there an autopsy? Could we speak to that doctor?
Above board. Forensics is extremely rudimentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's something that, they could at least point us in the right direction.
All
But
right.
I mean, we can at least find out, like what type of houses were there and around it. That maybe they'll have some type of information on like what type of weird stuff this dude was practicing or whatever it was that got buried in the basement or something like that.
Or if
And,
it was built on an Indian burial ground.
Or we can go. We need to go to the house and examine it as well.
Yes, well, daylight's burning, gentlemen.
Yep. I think we should go. What do you think? Just go to the house and see what's around?
Well, we might as well make that last stop.
I sit there and say we might as well hit the Hall of Records real quick and find out all the information we can about these other families and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yes. That way, by the time we arrive at the establishment, it will be just getting dark.
Yeah, what time is it right now, Lex?
It's probably 3:30 or so.
Good. Oh,
okay. So yeah, so
All the good secrets happen in the dark.
Exactly. I mean, it's dark. I mean,
You guys scared of the dark?
right? Out in Virginia, man, the dark's wonderful. I do my last round, make sure ain't no coyotes or nothing. We're all right. Also,
all right, let's go to the Hall of Records.
Big city like Boston.
Yeah. So you guys rush over to the Hall of Records. You go in. Anyone here from Boston?
I'm from Boston.
All right. So you guys go in. You said you used to be an ex-fighter.
I'm a boxer,
Or
yeah.
a boxer.
Yep. Fought in Boston, New York City.
So the lady working there, she actually recognizes you. She's like, "Oh, you're Wesley Rexington, right?
Yes, I am. Nice to meet you.
Wow."
I look absolutely flabbergasted.
Kind of like the picture you have for your account right now.
Frequent this establishment, sir?
All the ladies seem to know about.
No, my father was he kind of did some amateur boxing, and he always said that it was a rough sport, and we used to go. I've actually seen a few of your matches.
Oh, excellent. Hopefully I won.
One you did, one was TKO, but it wasn't your fault. The ref just was blind or something.
Yeah. That's the majority of my fights.
But
Well, it's fantastic to meet you.
yeah, well, I'm sorry. What can I help you guys with?
We're here doing some research on a house. Mr. Walter Corbett um, was had a lot of weird things going on, and we just kind of want to look for some general information on it, some history.
Yeah, all right. Well, we technically close the records at at 4,
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. You know what? Did you want an autograph?
I mean, my dad, sure, he would probably like
Of
it.
course.
Uh,
Well done.
she'll give you some paper. Just take your time, and just let me know when you're done. If you're
We'll
not
be out of your hair.
if you're not doing anything later, maybe we could get something to eat.
Sure. Oh, maybe not.
How do you fail a girl asking you out?
Yeah, well, I didn't know if I was gonna roll. I just kind of rolled it for shit to get.
You're like, nah, hag, I ain't about that life.
Whoa, coming on too strongly. Sure thing. I tell you what, that other piece of paper, just give me a time and a place.
Alright, she'll write at the bottom her name and her phone number and address. And slip it over to you. But you guys go in, give me some library use rolls again, please.
Yep. Guys, sorry, it helps. Oh shit! Look at me.
Oh, I
You,
trip over a book.
you just you keep going to go look, but then you keep thinking of that girl.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
just
I'm
keep
distracted
going
now.
out there, and you're just floored that this dude's getting play, Jay. So you just keep watching him go out and talk to the chick. Um, but Mike,
Clearly, I had someone do my schoolwork.
you do end up finding you only find one piece of information. Find some court records that shows that the executor of Walter Corbett's will was a Reverend Michael Thomas, pastor of the Chapel of Contemplation and our Church of Our Lord, Granter of Secrets. The register
Is
of
there
the,
a...
huh?
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
The register of churches, also available in the Hall of Records, notes the closure of this chapel of contemplation in 1912.
Do you have a handout for that?
Yeah. Some big words in there, Mike.
Oh no, I mean I'm just.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, you're good. So it says
If that was like the name. Okay.
all right. The executor of Walter Corbett's will was Reverend Michael Thomas, pastor of the Chapel of. Here, who's got? Can somebody read this?
Civil court records show that the executor of Walter Corbett's will was Reverend Michael Thomas, pastor of the Chapel of Contemplation and Church of Our Lord, Granter.
That doesn't sound like a
Yeah,
holy
that sounds
church
more
to me.
sounds more like a cult.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, I wasn't thinking cult, but I was just thinking these people were weird.
And that chapel was closed in 1912.
So yeah, this might be like some like of this black magic voodoo stuff that I've heard about down like Louisiana or something.
Hey, whoa.
What?
Would this be a church that I've heard of?
Let me take a look.
Bad juju sound and stuff right there. I don't need nothing like that.
You give me a luck roll.
All of us are
Just him or whoever's from Boston.
Jesus, how am I ever supposed to get that?
That guy lives
Oh
in
no,
Boston.
I don't think you did your luck right.
Apparently not.
It was the 3d6 and then times 5. So you
Yeah, I
should
did it.
have a 50, not a 10.
You should make a
Where's my
luck
roll?
roll.
If you're from
Your worst
Boston.
should be 15.
You have to be from Boston or live in Boston.
Live in Boston works.
Oh, it's ×5. Okay.
Of course.
Uh, but
You
either
are
way, I
correct.
mean, a 55 would have failed anyway. Uh, who was that? Sean?
Yeah.
Okay, you actually remember the Chapel of Contemplation. It wasn't too far from where you used to stay. Um, you remember hearing about how there was a incident that took place there when they went to uh, check the place out. Like apparently it got raided, um, and a bunch of people died, and the place got set on fire, kind of like a old
Ruby
Waco.
Ridge.
Yeah,
Ruby Ridge.
Who was raided by police?
yeah.
And the police set people on fire?
No. Yeah, they were just out there with flamethrowers. No, it got raided by the police, and it ended up causing an accident. Like somehow a fire was started, and there was a bunch of people that died.
Okay.
But you recall that it's not actually that far away from the Corbett house.
Okay. I'll relay this information to my
Would it say if there was a cemetery there?
I mean, I'm sure there is a cemetery there. It's a church.
But we didn't find any information about the people that died there and everything like that. Didn't find out what type of cemetery, where the cemetery where they were buried or anything like that.
Not here in the central library, or the Hall of Records.
Alright, well, I guess we need to go check the house out, and I guess we can check out the place where that church was, if you can call that place a church.
It's not that far.
Yeah.
Is there any? Did you say? I'm sorry if I missed it, but what came of this Reverend? Did he die in the fire?
It doesn't state in the records here now.
Alright. Well, let's I guess we can go check the house out and see what's going on.
Alright, you want to check the house, or do you want to go to the church?
Let's go to the church.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're at the
Yeah,
Hall
let's
of
go to
Records,
church.
right?
Yeah, you're at the Hall of Records right now.
Can we look people up in the Hall of Records, or just?
It's not really that. It would be more like court records and stuff.
Okay. Well, can we look up court records for a specific person?
You could look up court records for individuals, like if they had any dealings with the law. Yeah.
Is there anything on Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas. Let's take a look. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Alright. I guess we go ahead and check the church out, and then like I said, the house is like right next to it or something like that, so.
Alright. So you head over to the church. What is left of the old church stands at the end of a crooked, dingy street. The ruins are so weathered and overgrown with greenery that the gray stone rubble seems more like natural stone than former walls and foundations. You pass a slumping wall near bearing a white painted symbol, apparently freshly swabbed. Three Ys arranged in a triangle so that the top elements of each Y touch the other two Y's in the center. So created is a painted of an eye.
Ominous.
Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
That's a little creepy. You said this was, and you did say this was freshly painted, correct?
Yeah, it looks new.
All right.
While you guys are there looking around and stuff, you get you feel like tingling sensations, like kind of like all over, but especially in your forehead. Kind of like a headache, like you feel a headache forming, but not quite.
Fucking concussion.
As you guys are searching, I think my cocaine is weird.
I got some morphine if you need it.
Ooh, completely different animal.
As you guys are searching around, give me luck rolls.
For real? For real.
61 out of 60.
I fell at 51 out of 50.
Alright, so as you guys are looking around and you're all kind of come together to check out this symbol on the wall, you feel the earth beneath your feet kind of like it's springy, like it's not quite sturdy and rich and dark. You guys actually fall through as the floor gives away to what appears to be a basement.
Some bitch found the basement.
You two, Dark, you take 2 points of damage, and Rich, you take 2 points of damage as you kind of fall through the. You are basically standing on top of what was the floor of the church that led down to a basement. It's about 10 feet down.
We go back
What
into
time is
edit
it right
mode
now,
to do
Wes?
that.
Oh, one at a time. What, Mike?
What time is it right now?
It's about 7:30 now, so kind of
I
dark.
sit there and I say, I sit there and say, hey, hold on, guys. I'm gonna go back to my truck. As I go back to my, I'm gonna go back to my truck. I grab like a little, like my old army bag, and that has a whole bunch of that has all the supplies that I would have taken, like a flashlight and things like that.
Now,
I'll yell down. Is everyone okay?
A little bruise and cut, nothing new.
you've fallen into
The war was worse.
the war was worse. You've fallen into part of the basement that was sealed off from the rest, originally reached by separate stairs, now buried under tons of rubble. Within this room, next to a cabinet, are two skeletons dressed in tattered silk robes. Perhaps they hid from the police and then perished in the fire.
What kind of crazy shit did we just fall into?
Let's go. I'm gonna go digging around, investigating type stuff.
Alright.
Someone ring the official.
I know you had rolled a spot hidden earlier. And it was extreme success. You find kind of tucked up under the cabinet. You find looks like a book or something. Like you see like a piece of cloth, and you reach down, and you pull it out, and there's like a kind of a journal, and then on top of it like a smaller little book. That was wrapped up in this cloth. It's kind of dingy and soot covered. The musty old journal falls to pieces as you turn the pages, but the name Walter Corbett catches your eye. An entry records that Walter Corbett was buried in the basement of his house in accordance with his wishes and with the wishes of that one who waits in the dark. Alongside the journal, is an enormous volume handwritten in Latin, but so rotten and worm-eaten that whole sections can no longer be understood. But you can try and make out some, but it would take time.
Anybody speak Latin?
What did you say? Does
Negative.
anyone speak Latin?
Yes!
Yes, sir, I do.
Come down here.
Oh, that's much too dangerous, sir. Why don't you come up here?
What I've got won't make the journey. It just flat out will
Safe
not
way to
survive.
Come down there.
Well, Mike apparently has his truck that follows along while you guys take cab drives.
Well, no, I parked my truck over by the house.
Yeah, I have my limo. I meant.
I got the bus.
I said, I am a farmer, so like I said, it would make sense for me to have stuff like ropes, flashlights, lanterns, things like that.
Yeah, you have it. I'm just giving you crap.
Oh, I got you. No, I just didn't want you to sit there and think like, oh, I'm gonna metagame real quick. No,
But yeah, you could lower the ropes down.
yeah, I'll sit there and I'll find a sturdy like pillar or something to tie the rope off to, and toss the ropes.
Alright, and you guys can climb down with a climb check.
And I'll stay up here and keep an eye out up here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna climb down there.
Alright. Shine.
Lower Captain Sissy Pants down on the end of the rope so he doesn't have to climb.
I push Mr. St. Cloud. No, I'm joking.
Alright.
Like, what's the rope give us?
Just makes it easier.
So I have like a 20 climb.
Well, I could completely understand you not wanting to go down then.
That's why I suggested they put a rope around his under his arms and lower him gently
I mean, I can
or roughly.
I got a pretty good strength, so
Well, that's up to him.
I could tie this rope around like you're like make like a little bit of a harness for you and lower you down.
Well,
Like,
Sean's like a fucking monkey. If you just give it to him, he might be able to just climb back.
Put a big bowline loop in it and just drop him.
You just jump down to me, I'll catch you.
Trust
It's
me.
up to you, Mr. St. Cloud. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, you lower me down with the rope.
All right.
Step in the
All right, that's what I'll do. I'll lower them down with the rope.
Alright. Just give me a strength check. Yeah, lower him down, no problem.
I'll stay up here with my shotgun.
I'll go check this book out.
Did you say with your shotgun in hand?
Yep. It's not in hand, like it's sitting up against like the wall, kind of sort of out of view. I do have it. It was just like tied up with my bag, so I just brought everything.
Alright. You go down with the flashlight and look over the book. It's definitely Latin. It's titled Liber Avanis. But it's quite a big volume, so it's not something that's going to you're going to be able to read down here unless you want to get comfortable in the soot and dirt.
No, sir. But is there a safe way that we could come up with to transport the book?
It's just rotten. It's not falling apart like the journal is. The journal was what was kind of
Is
falling
that in
apart.
Latin too?
No, that's in English.
Did you? Did we? Oh, were we?
What about the other
Yeah.
smaller tome?
That's the journal, the smaller little. The tome is the big book that he just looked at. The littler one was the journal that you guys saw. You know, talking about how he was buried in accordance with his will.
There's no handout for the journal.
Now it literally just says he was buried in accordance with his wishes and the wishes of that one who waits in the dark.
Whatever the fuck that means. Alright. So I'll start looking at the book a little bit.
All right. Give me a read Latin or Latin roll. All right. You could tell looking over it, it's going to take you several hours to read through it. But it's definitely talking about some weird ass shit. It's apparently a rare, forgotten occult tome.
Would you all like to come back up here and we head over to the house so that way we can at least look at this in a little bit comfort and the rest of us can go take a look at stuff?
Maybe I feel like we're still missing a handout. I meant we're still missing some clues.
I'd also like to alert the authorities.
Oh yes, the dead bodies.
Yeah, the dead bodies. So there was only one person, one skeleton wearing a robe, or was it more?
No, they were both wearing tattered silk robes.
I go over the robes. Is there anything in pockets? The same symbol as the other?
Yeah, you do see the symbol that you saw up top, but they don't have anything on them.
My God, man, are you robbing bodies?
Searching, sir. I'm searching.
Jeez.
Okay, well, I can either help y'all up or I can go and alert the authorities. Which one y'all
Yes,
more worried
no,
about?
get us out of here first, sir.
Yeah, we would like to get out of the corpse area, please.
Just saying, y'all seem to be kind of sort of comfortable down there.
We never asked why the church closed.
It got raided. I thought was the reason it closed.
I know it got raided. I guess that could be the reason. All right.
So I start pulling them up.
All right, give me another strength check. Oh yeah.
Well done, sir.
It's like you're flying up there. He really tied it to the back of his truck and straightened you guys up.
Yeah.
You guys get.
Thank you, sir.
You get up top.
Dandy?
You're certainly no Ethel.
Yeah, definitely no Ethel.
So you guys
know Ethel Merman?
heading to his home now?
No. We're going to alert the authorities first.
All right. Go and call the police.
Operator, I need the police, please.
We'll send someone out. Are you waiting or are you just leaving?
Oh, I'll wait. I'll be like, y'all guys go ahead. I'll wait here for the authorities, and y'all go ahead and head to the house. I got my truck. I'll meet y'all there.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, so you guys hail a cab, head over to the neighborhood that the Corbett house resides in. By the time they're arriving, the police arrive. You know, they ask you what you were doing here. What were you doing here?
I'll be like, in all honesty, I'm
Whoa!
not gonna lie to
Drop
you.
the shotgun, sir!
Uh,
They pull 38s on you.
It's because I'm fucking. Never mind. I'll be like,
Because of sudden
all
accent.
good. I just came here from. I just got into town. I was hired by Mr. Knott.
They just dump on you. No. Who the hell's Mr. Knott?
He's a guy that bought the Corbett house and the old Walter Corbett house, and he said some weird things were going on, and I was just coming to my truck, and somebody sat there and said that the reverend that was once here knew Mr. Corbett, so
Who said that?
Uh, can't remember. It was some lady at the Hall of Records.
Whoa, don't get my girlfriend in trouble. It was a civil court record.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, so yeah, it was Civil Court Records that we and so we just came over here to sit there and see if there was any type of what the bigger connection was, or if there was a bigger connection. This is how we walked in and this is what we found. And I sit there and motion for him to come over and look so that way I can own the body.
They come and look into the hole, see the body, see the state that they're in, and see the wall with the paint. Were you out here vandalizing?
No, I don't. I just got here today.
What, no damn taggers back in there?
Hey, you never know, man.
You can clearly see that my bag that I have in my bag it's still full.
Give me a persuade roll.
Oh well, shit! I'm gonna get shot.
Oh.
Now you could do what they call pushing the roll,
Okay.
where you can hang on, let me pull up the rules for that. Oh, I've already got that pulled up. Where it basically you have to think of a way to kind of change what's going on, and it will allow you to do a re-roll.
It's my gas.
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, I literally just came here today. I was hired to help figure out because he said some weird stuff's going on at the house. So all I did was come over here to my truck because a couple of my friends fell down in the basement and found this stuff.
Couple of your friends, who are they?
Yeah, like some squirrel. I'm straight up playing the dumb farmer. A couple of squirrels, man. Like it was, I'm a farmer, so like talking to animals is kind of sort of something that I do. But yeah, like they were running around. They sat there and they fell in and they just hobbled out. And I walked over here to, because I went over to sit there and check because they were making a whole bunch of ruckus. And man,
this
when I saw these
motherfucker
bodies,
needs a 5150.
5150.
You just need to tell them you were drunk.
You've been drinking?
yeah, just a little bit. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go on home, guys. I was just trying to do the right thing. Y'all have a good day.
All
I'll
right.
start walking back towards my truck.
Whoa, sir, you're not free to go. You don't move until we tell you you can move. This is an
Is he
active
being
crime scene,
detained?
right? All right, give me another persuade roll. We'll be pushing the roll. All right, they're going to approach you and start pulling out handcuffs. We're gonna need to call this in, get an investigator out here. You're being detained for the moment. You're not under arrest though. Uh, do you
Good and real.
do you resist them putting handcuffs on you?
Don't tase me, bro.
Mm. I said,
More than
look,
one.
before you put handcuffs on me, can I please at least walk my stuff back to my truck? You can walk with me, so that way I don't do anything stupid. I just want to put my stuff back in my truck.
Your stuff will be fine. We're not leaving your stuff here, but you're coming with us. Now turn around and put your hands behind your back.
All right.
All right, they'll cuff you up and sit you in the back of the squad car, and they get on the radio and call in for a detective.
What radio? There's no radio in the 20s?
Sure there is.
Yeah, I think so.
Not one in the car? No.
Not one of the.
They have to call it in on the phone.
They'll go to
They'd
the
have to
box,
go to like a police box.
Police
Yeah,
box.
yeah. So they say they do have the police box. Yeah.
and they'll call a detective down. So we're gonna flip back over to you're gonna try and stealth out of the cop car.
No, I was just sitting
In
there
handcuffs?
Yeah, that was the only thing. If they hadn't cuffed me already, I would definitely stealth away. But I'll wait for the.
I'm pretty sure you can break those cuffs.
I'm pretty sure I can too.
Sir, you can't break these cuffs. I can break these cuffs. Sir, you can't break those cuffs.
Fuck the police, come straight from the underground.
Alright, so you guys make it there. This is all kind of transpiring at the same time. You pull up.
Always gotta be the good guy, buddy.
The fuck is taking him so long?
Most of the people that lived in this area before the Great War have moved away. New offices and businesses have replaced the 19th century homes, and the house in question, the Corbett House, with its overgrown front yard, is now the only private residence on the block. You do see a guy closing up like a little newspaper stand, standing there, and he looks at you guys as you get out. Sorry guys, I'm closed up for the night.
Yeah, that's nice. Have a good evening.
Well, before he pulled up, it was right in front of the stand. So he naturally assumed you were getting out.
I got you. That's fine, sir. Just be back about 7 tomorrow.
I love the moment of silence afterwards where everybody was just like staring at him, like, and
He finishes locking up. You guys are just kind of standing around. He's like, "So what are you guys doing? There's nothing open down here."
You a cop?
No, my name's Dooley.
Keep on walking.
Okay. He'll just start walking off then.
Whoa,
I'm
sir.
gonna
Whoa,
sidle
whoa.
up to him real quick. Hold up.
Just
Tell us about that
looking
house
for some
across the
information.
street.
The Corbett place?
Yeah, that place.
What's your appearance, Rich?
Ugliest.
And Dart?
50.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of stuff about that place. Working across the street from that place for going on 20 years now. Uh, in one fashion or another. What do you want to know about it? Why does it interest you? You thinking of buying it?
Just doing a little research, trying to find out what exactly is wrong with it. And it looks like a fantastic home from my point of
It's haunted. That's what's wrong with it.
haunting. I don't think there's anything real about haunting.
Haunted by what?
What haunts places, son? Ghost.
What is this, 1890?
No, it's 1920. You're one of
Exactly.
those
We moved
H.G.
on.
Wells fans, aren't you? Uh, that's what they say. You know. Uh,
Let me rephrase that. Haunted by who?
I would guess. I don't know. One of the former people that died there, probably. Um, they people that move in there don't stay in there very long. My guess is probably Corbett, crazy son of a bitch.
The music right on point.
Right, right. You like that? Um, he was a member of that chapel of contemplation. The police raided that place.
We were looking some court records up, and we saw.
Yeah, they say that they were kidnapping neighborhood children, and they believed that they were some kind of cult. Uh, 3 policemen, 17 cult members were killed that day. Um, 54 people were arrested, but they let all of them but 8 go.
What happened with the other 8?
Uh, they were arrested on various charges. The pastor, he was uh, he was arrested, and they hushed that up. You don't really hear about that, but let me tell you, they gave that dude 40 years for 5 counts of second-degree murder. Uh, and
How did the other 45 people get out?
well, some of them surrendered, but
Probably just detained.
I mean, get off. Like,
they probably, I don't know. I ain't a lawyer. Uh, but that dude, that pastor, he actually escaped prison in 1917. Ain't nobody seen or heard from him.
Was he a native?
Boston? I don't know. I mean, he lived here when he was preaching.
All right, folks. I think we're gonna have to burn this motherfucker down.
kill it with
the
fire.
the true Call of Cthulhu way. Uh, but yeah, I wouldn't mess around with that place though. Um,
Have you been scared just being this close to it this long?
nah, I don't. I ain't I ain't no coward or nothing. I mean, I wouldn't go in it, but I ain't seen nothing out here out of the norm. Just hear the stories of what happened to the people. The guy killed himself with a butcher knife. Um, they, everyone that's either lived in there either died, got sick, or went crazy.
Do you know what happened to the French immigrants that lived there?
The first people that lived there? No. I just know they got sick and sold the place to Corbett.
I know that there was children that escaped.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the kids. I know the Macarios, they're all up in Roxbury Sanitarium, a few miles outside of town. I think the kids went to stay with family in Baltimore. At least that's what I heard.
It's strange that a lot of people gone sick or crazy. It can't be ghosts. I wonder if there's some kind of chemical in there.
No chemical I heard that does that, but
Dead bodies can do weird things when they're decomposing, I guess.
maybe. But
Mm.
you
All right,
guys,
well, thank you.
oh yeah, you guys stand around and talk for a little bit. We'll flip back to Mike. Mike, detective shows up, looks everything over. Here's your story. Uh, I mean, skeletons are they're skeletons. So they know you didn't kill them.
Mm.
So they eventually let you go. Say it probably took maybe an hour, 2 hours tops.
All
Um,
right.
and you head into the house.
Yeah.
All right, just you guys are wrapping up the with the Mr. Dooley. You hear that beat up banger of a truck that he drives. And you look up and he pulls up and gets out the pickup truck.
Oh, sorry about that, fellas.
This is what you managed to get from the guy.
All right. That's a bit
Whoa.
awkward, ain't it?
It's the front of the house.
I look at the house and I go back into the truck and grab my bag.
Call it a real fixer-upper.
A real fixer
Just a
upper.
little garden work.
I grab my bag and I'm like, yeah. I guess we better get in there and see what we can find.
Alright, you guys approach the front of the house.
When I do that, I take it there's no lights on?
There's nothing turned on, but when you step in, you can flip the switch and the hallway lights come on.
Okay, so there is still electricity running to the house. That's good.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, I'll sit there and I'll flip the switch.
You guys can't see the map.
No, it's just flat.
Nothing. Black.
They, of course, with their infinite wisdom, didn't give this token, what you call it, to where anyone had permission.
Black is my soul.
You sound like you're fun at parties.
Can you see now?
I'm a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
So you were out here, door opens, and you step in.
Ugh.
There's 3 doors on the left and 2 doors on the right. You guys could all be able to move that token.
I guess we'll try for the first one on the right since it's the closest.
Alright.
I pull out a flashlight to look around for the light switch real quick.
Alright. You guys open the door, looks like a living room. This room contains conventional furnishing, a radio, a couch, stuffed chairs, and shelves laden with gewgaws. You cannot help but notice the unusual quantities of crosses, images of the Virgin, and other Catholic artifacts.
I'd like to know more about this virgin.
More about the furniture?
The virgin.
Uh, well, the Virgin was the mother of Jesus. And,
Oh.
you know, a lot
Here, little baby Jesus, resting in your manger.
of.
I mean, with a last name like Macario, they're probably Italian, so this is not abnormal.
I'll be like, well, this people seem to have the right idea in mind.
Yeah.
So far, not seeing any big deal.
Alright, where would you like to go? You could see into this room over here. It looks like a dining room. Has a long mahogany table.
Are those windows?
Yeah. There's only the way you came in, and then this leading into the dining area.
Alright,
There's 7 chairs. 3 places are set and unused. Scraps of rice soup.
now, back to the living room, you said that it had, like, a, when you, are you talking like a ridiculous amount of crosses?
Yes.
Any of them look extremely ornate?
You looking at stealing something?
No.
I mean, sure, there's probably a fancy one or two in there. Most of them are simple looking.
The only reason I'm asking is because if one of them looks more ornate than the other ones, that tells me that, in my mind, that would sit there and tell me this is probably one that they prized, and it could possibly have something as far as like good meaning to the family. So I would want to take a look at it and sit there and see if there's any type of like that same symbol that we found at the church on it or something.
No, these are just all regular crosses. And
Okay, I didn't know if
Virgin
they like
Mary.
came like a symbol.
No,
Okay.
nothing that shows imagery of the Church of Contemplation.
Okay. Alright.
Going a little bit further, you see, looks like it leads into a kitchen. Conventional kitchen with icebox, wood-fed stove and oven, plus a meager larder. Some of the foodstuffs may be edible if you guys are hungry. There is canned soups and meats.
I'll
Nope.
open up the icebox.
There's a head.
Some rotted produce in there, but you don't really find anything of interest. You know,
Okay.
you see rat droppings all over the place.
Alright, Mr. St. Cloud.
Yes,
I presume that you would want to go over that book that you're. Yeah.
yes.
Take a
So
look.
I'll just find a nice, comfortable chair and start reading.
All right. And I'll take while he's doing that, the rest of us can probably explore the rest of the house.
Would you like to volunteer to sit in this creepy house and read while we go look around?
And again, I'm not trying to sit there and like put anybody up, but like in reality, like that's what I would think is like he wants to read the book, and us around staring at him reading would be kind of pointless.
Can I ask you guys, do you think $25 is worth it?
Oh yeah, that's a lot of money.
Hell yeah. Well,
Like, I
that
mean,
was
don't get me
just
wrong.
the advance. Was $25. You
I
know,
mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This place is creepy. It's creepy as all get out, guys. Like, it's. I get the heebie-jeebies from this, but I mean, like, other than like, it's just because it's old. The crosses definitely don't help. Like, that's a little bit overkill in there. But
I
you
might
know,
suggest that each one of you take one of these crosses,
Why?
why?
just in case.
In case of what?
Never know. Little religion can help you in any situation.
What is this?
I sit there and I,
1890s?
Use that line.
oh shit. All right, never mind. I was gonna try
Stub
to.
your toe.
I was gonna try to be a smartass and like scoff and be like, like I don't need to carry around
Like
a symbol
sleight of
religion.
hand.
But yeah, like try to slide a hand across into my pocket, be like, he's probably fucking right. This probably creepy as a creepy place. But he said I'd trip.
you trying to be all quiet like, and you just bang into like the table, and some of the glasses fall over and roll off and smash into the floor.
Son of a bitch. Who's making all that damn noise?
Hey man, look, you know what? These glasses they clashed with the plateware. I was just helping them out.
Can't take you anywhere. Alright, let's go.
All right.
Where would y'all like to
so
go?
I guess we can go to the room that's like directly across. I think everything else here is just windows, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a door right here.
I'm assuming that's the last door at the end of that hallway. Or second door. It was 3 on the right.
Open the door. Looks like it leads back into the hallway.
I guess you want to hit this room right here, guys?
Yeah.
Since this is the next closest one. I'll go to this one over here. Oh, well, this is small.
This is a mud room. Here hangs overcoats, galoshes, hats, and umbrellas. Several bags of coal for the living room's freestanding stove are here. You notice the side door is secured with 3 bolts and 2 locks.
It's really big on security, huh?
Don't want people to come in and accidentally die.
Accidentally die.
Is that a door or window?
It's a door that leads outside.
I grabbed one of the bags of coal
The fuck?
and I
Alright.
You gonna start a fire? Oh, can't hear you.
You grab a bag of coal and what?
His mic is lit up, but nothing's coming out.
We lost my house takes its first victim.
My money was on Jason. Damn. Being alone.
Did you
Unless Jason's the killer.
want to sit down somewhere and start reading, Jai?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nope.
yeah,
Now we can.
sorry about that. Oh, what happened?
Well, you're grabbing a bag of coal and what?
So I'm gonna grab a bag of coal and take it back to Mr. St. Cloud and let him know that in case he gets coal, I hear some coal. That
Alright. Where are you going now?
I guess we'll go to the next room over.
Alright.
Should keep that coal in case we need to burn this motherfucker down.
So, that's good fun.
This seems to be some sort of storage room. Contains old furniture. Nothing of note, though.
I guess on to the next then.
Alright. This room is filled with boxes and junk, such as rusted water tanks and old bikes, or bicycles. At the right
This is
end
some
of the
interesting stuff.
room is a cupboard that's boarded shut.
Let's open that.
It's boarded shut.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my daddy always said, if something's closed up, it's closed up for a reason.
Step back.
Already my
Oh
pistol.
my god! What the fuck?
Step back! Bam! He just
Yeah.
wallops his knuckles into the side of
What
it.
the fuck?
Uh,
Roll 20.
There
you
you
take
go.
a point of damage, or whatever you were doing.
Yeah, fine.
Uh,
That's fine.
There you go.
Rendell is like,
I got-
let me help you. And he,
This bullshit ass rolling.
I got you, kid. Don't worry about it.
Fucking 80 strength rolls 100. Get out of here. Alright, go
You know,
ahead.
you might need to work out a little bit more.
never skip leg
Dost
day.
thou even voiced?
Fucking straight. Punch him in the back of his head.
Okay.
Are y'all really fighting?
No. No.
Alright, so
I mean, good.
you,
sorry.
are you done?
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry.
Rifle. Well, that escalated quickly. You pull the cupboard open, or the boards off of the cupboard. Inside, you find 3 bound books. Take the little rubber band off of it. They appear to be some sort of journal or diary. Flipping it open, the cover, you see W. Corbett.
Okay.
It's written the flyleaf of the book, or volume 1 at least. They are in English. They appear to be like essentially a journal. Just kind of reading through it a little bit, they seem strangely phrased, like just, I don't know, like he was off. But you do see that like a lot of weird symbols. Do you eventually notice the symbol from that was painted on the wall of the church? The little Y with the I in the middle of it.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he was definitely part of whatever church that they were doing. That's definitely connected because it's the same symbol. But he must have gone mad or something as I went on, because these entries don't make sense to me. Maybe Mr. St. Cloud can make sense of these a little bit more.
Yeah, just hold on to.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll look around. Is there like a little bag or something, or small little box that I can toss these in or something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Where would y'all like to go next?
I guess the place to go is at the end of this hallway right over here.
Alright.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You walk down the hallway You see some stairs leading up.
Alright.
I have a feeling if we want to get to the bottom of this quickly, we need to go downstairs where the man is buried.
Yeah. Is this a doorway right here?
Yeah, that goes down to the basement.
Alright,
basement.
so we went to the basement, or you don't want to explore the rest of the house before we go down and try to find out a little bit more about this?
Let's get to the bottom of this. Ba-dum-bum.
Okay. We're all ready to die. Alright, I guess we'll head downstairs.
So just
Is
to
that door
confirm,
unlocked?
you are all going downstairs with the exception of Jason.
I guess we should go check in and tell him that we're going downstairs and see if he wants to go with.
Sure, we can go do that.
They come walking in the room. And, hey, do you want to come with us down to the basement?
Stay up here where it's gross but somewhat okay, or go to the basement? No, I'll just keep reading the.
Okay, well, and I sit there as he says that. I was like, oh, here goes a few more books that we found. They seem to be journals. They got the same type of symbol that the church did, so, but they're like really weird entries. So you may want to take a look at that, see if you can see if maybe they correlate somehow or something.
Alright.
Alright. I guess we're gonna die. See you later.
Alright, you
This is a
head
Call of Cthulhu game.
back down. The door to the basement has a lock and 3 bolts. All are able to be opened from the upstairs side only. Below is the main basement storage room.
Got more than one of them
So we
flashlight
have to-
lights?
I do have flashlight.
We got some way to disable those locks so they don't get stuck down here.
You're at the
Pop the pins on the hinges and take the door off.
Are we really just gonna?
I mean,
there is no
Shit.
light coming from down there either.
Are there any switches?
There's some right here at the top, but they don't seem to work.
it's alright. I had a couple lamps, a couple flashlights. So
Alright. Gladly take a lantern.
alright.
Alright, so who's going first?
I'll
guess I'll
go.
take point. Okay, cool. You can go.
Alright. You start walking down. I need you to make a dex check for me.
Mm-hmm.
You- you just seem to lose your balance like I don't know, like vertigo,
Fucking old boxing injury.
right? Looking down, with the flashlight all moving around, borderline stroke. But you tumbled down the stairs
Ah, fuck, god damn, no, shit, fuck, damn, ah.
and take 3 points of damage.
Alright.
Fucking hate you guys.
I guess I'll go next.
Alright, give me a dex check.
Second step's a doozy.
Okay.
Well, shit.
You
Don't you fucking hit me?
take 4 points of damage as you careen down to the bottom. Make a luck roll, Dart.
How do
Alright.
I take the damage? How do I
Oh
add
my
the
God.
damage to it? Do I have to do the edit thing?
Yeah, you would have to click on your character and then
Go into edit mode.
yeah, to adjust your hit points.
There we go.
You manage to get up and out of the way before he came crashing down on top of you. Um,
I guess I'm going next.
all right.
Hey, be careful.
You just kind of briskly walk down. Uh, you're like,
What's the matter? You all have two left feet.
you just kind of lean into it, man. So, Sean, are you going downstairs too?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me a dex. All right, you also just casually walk down, kind of looking at the two like, the fuck? So,
I'll say that. The fuck?
so this
Hey,
looks.
look,
Sorry, go ahead.
look. I'm I'm tired as it is. I got detained by the police. It's been a rough day. Okay.
Watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
Well, aren't you a fucking comedian?
Now I'm
Anyway.
just a gymnast.
So it looks like another storage room. In here. Like basically lots of boxes and stuff.
All right. Well, nothing down here, so I guess we can go ahead and head back up.
Walk around. There's a room over here on the side that opens up to a storage bin that looks like it was once intended for coal. The door to the outside coal chute's been nailed shut though, so you can't open it from inside.
What kind of floor is it down there? Concrete, dirt?
It's all dirt. The wood, the walls are lined with fitted boards. Give me some spot hidden checks. You get some dust in your eyes. There are scattered tools, pipes, a trash can lid, lumber, nails, screws.
So it looks like this place is more along lines of, from what I can see, it looks like it's just a bunch of a real somebody trying to start a new religion, or what it's to me. And this guy was just it's just a really weird guy that's better off dead. So,
Rich, you see kind of an odd looking knife.
Hello, what's this?
what you got there?
Indicate the knife to everybody.
Do you pick it up?
I'm not. I'm going to poke it with the pistol a little bit.
Alright. Poke at it. It's an old knife with an ornate hilt. The blade is coated with an oddly thick rust.
That's man, that's a really nice hilt, but like a cheaply made blade. Like it's all rusty. Like
I don't know if it's cheaply made. I just think it's been well used in something gory looking.
are you saying that that's blood?
Am I saying it's Blood West?
It does appear to be blood.
Does it appear to be fresh? Or is it dark colored and kind of...
No, that's why it looks kind of rusty, because it's all congealed and dried.
Whatever it was used in, I don't think it's good
That blade's seen the inside of something alive.
Yeah, that's if with it being blood, it's probably not good juju to touch it. But yeah, is that all wine down here?
So you see down there, you guys walk out. This is all kind of up near 2. You walk back around. Give me another spot hidden, everybody.
Holy shit! Was that green?
Was that green?
Okay, 2 fucking points.
You're walking around, still looking around. Something, you catch movement out the corner of your eye, Dark.
Psst, everybody stop.
What?
I think I saw something. Collaborate and listen.
You turn to face the direction that you saw the movement in, and floating in the air is the knife. And I need
Knife.
we're gonna go into initiative.
Whoa.
Alright, what's everyone's dex?
50.
50.
70.
Alright, Sean, you would act first, followed by Rich, and then who has the higher intelligence out of you and Mike and Dark?
40.
I have 60.
Alright, so then Mike and then Dark. Where's my combat? They really not have a combat initiative in here? Let me write that down real quick then, since there's apparently not a combat tracker on this.
It's very low speed, high drag.
Right. Alright, so we had Sean at 80, Rich at 70, and Mike at 50, and Dark at 50. Alright. Then let me look up one other thing really fast. Alright, so Sean, you haven't really seen it. It's kind of dark, but when when Dark says, I think I saw something, you guys turn the flashway that way, you see floating in the air this knife that you guys were just sitting there talking about. I need you guys to roll me sanity checks.
That's just a straight power.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whatchamacallit on it, so.
So just straight power?
Yeah, because it starts out as your whatchamacallit.
What do I fail with a fucking 80?
Very carefully. Alright, so Dark and Sean, you guys take 1 sanity point loss. Let's see, who was Rich was the first. Rich, you lose.
So my sanity is 0, essentially.
No, it's your PAL. Whatever your PAL is your starting sanity.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, Mike and Rich, you guys both lose 4 points. Um, and you see it though, Sean. You're just like it's just hovering there in the air.
Before we go any further, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You said our power is our beginning sanity.
Yeah.
Do I take those 4 points away from my power, or do I add those 4 points to my temporary sanity?
I'm not
Put
sure.
your left value as your sanity, max value minus what, and then the one on the right put as your, and so your temporary insanity is like 3, and then later on.
You're cutting out.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah,
bad
you're cutting
internet.
out real bad.
Put the
So your max sanity on the right should be your power,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then on the left it should be deducted the 4, so 56.
is the current one. Yeah.
Okay,
after-
I got you. So
Yeah.
I got you. So about right now, since I took 4 and I have an 80, I should be at 76.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
All right, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? And then I'm gonna pull my knife out. In
Shit.
case I have to sword fight this thing.
Pull your knife out. You want to go, bitch?
You want to go, bitch? We could go right now, bitch.
And I guess that's all I'm gonna do. I don't really know what's going on. So I will alert everybody to what's going on.
All right. So, Rich, you seeing it now after everyone's kind of yelling out. You see the knife that you were looking at kind of floating there in the air. Just crack off around at it. Jason, you're sitting down there and it's just getting good, man. Or upstairs. It's like, first remove the entrails from, the goat and BAM! From downstairs.
Oh. I'll jump up and rush to the stair or the doorway to the.
Alright, what's your dex?
50.
And what's your int?
80.
Alright. Alright, so you're gonna run on when it gets to your go, which would technically be now, so that actually worked out pretty perfect.
Score.
Mike.
Well, with me rolling that horrible power check, losing some sanity, I'm going to slowly back away and start heading towards the door to the lead.
Alright, just to get the fuck out of here. Alright.
Yeah, like playing it realistically. Like I see a floating knife. I'm like, no, not today.
Not today.
That's why I took shots at it.
Yeah, that's cool. You can anger that shit. I'm just going to, pull out that cross that I tried to sneak out and hold it to my chest and back away.
So all that.
Into the door.
Alright. Dart, what are you doing?
How large is this thing?
It's not terribly large.
Can I punch it?
You want to punch the knife?
Yeah, punch at it, side. Try to do it safely.
Yeah, I mean, you could run up and punch it or try and grab it or whatever you want.
Yeah.
Alright. One second.
That's all I know how to do.
Damn boxers.
Damn boxers.
Can punch a knife, but can't open a cupboard.
Yeah, you
That's why briefs are better.
knock the side of it, it goes flying and hits the side of the wall.
So I step on that shit.
And then that would be the end of your turn. And it hits the wall and then falls and then immediately floats back up. And it's gonna come towards you. It is going to try and swing at you. Do you have the dodge skill?
I do.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
It's going to be nothing. I mean, awesome.
You deftly move out of the way of it as it kind of slashes through the air in an arc at you. Alright, top of the round. Sean, you're seeing all this unfold as this knife attempts to fight your newfound friend and boxer, Wesley Rexington, Esquire. Now,
That'd be quite the feat to go into law after all his prestigious boxing career.
right.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. You doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, I guess, grab this thing, this knife. It's just floating in the air, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to snatch this thing out of the air. Would that be
It would be brawl.
okay? Not my best. Not my best thing.
Or you try and grab at it, but it moves. Oh no. It moves like in your hand, like, oh! And you grab onto it and you're holding it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh sick. I
'Cause it-
got this thing.
It's not like a.
99 out of 100.
Yeah, he basically crit failed.
Oh, I got you. Just dodging my attack roll.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. So I snatch this fucking thing out of the air. Yeah, I hold on to it with my hand.
Alright. Rich, you see, you know, Jeff skillfully run up it. I mean, it to you it looks skillful. Like he just grabbed it, you know, and he's holding on to it now. Are you gonna shoot it again?
Hey man, you can't accuse me of bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's the other way around.
Right.
I don't know. I'm going to assist him to hold on to that thing.
Alright, so you kind of run up and help him hold it. I mean, it's not like trying to get out of it. I mean, you can feel it moving around as if someone had a hold of it. But it doesn't. It hasn't. It's not its go, so it's just sitting there. Jay, you hear a lot of swearing and cussing.
My goodness,
Right.
what happened?
Grab
Danny?
it! Get its head up, man!
Is everyone okay?
You hear
No.
We just need to get out of here. We need to get out of here.
you hear that coming from the basement.
Floating fucking knife. Help.
Yeah, I don't
Open
even.
the door.
Oh, is the door shut?
No, Rich took it off the hinges.
I didn't want to get trapped down there.
Good call.
So you're just
Come on, get out of here. Let's go.
Alright, Mike, you're
We
right
gotta
there at the
wander.
bottom of the stairs. So you're like practically looking up at Jason or Cloud, St. Cloud. And it's your go. Are you going up the stairs?
Yep.
Alright,
In the
give me a dex check. You
Fuck me.
get up about 3 or 4 stairs, and then your foot just slips out from under you, and you
like
kind of tumble back, but you don't take any damage because you get high enough up to.
trick stairs.
It's like really dilapidated building. The stairs just seem really really fucked up. Dark, what are you doing?
Hmm. Man, is there any? If there's a ghost holding the damn thing, you know what? I'm gonna pull out my cross and walk over to the knife and just kind of like wave it around in the air and be like, "Be gone, fuck I know."
Be gone, Satan! Uh,
The power of Christ compels you.
you doesn't seem to have any reaction to it.
Can I assist as well?
Yeah, you guys have it held pretty tight. Y'all look like y'all wrestling for this knife.
Can we slowly walk it over towards the steps? It's like the Three Stooges, I swear.
You could just throw it into this room and shut the door.
Yeah, that's true.
We can't shut the door. It's full. Oh, you mean the
Where
coal
the
bin?
coal chute, yeah.
Yeah. All right, it sounds like a good plan.
I'll give you that. I'll throw y'all that bow.
Yeah, thanks. Either that, or we just go like dumb fucks. 3 people walking up holding the floating
Alright, let's see.
left foot, right.
Alright, you get a hold of it and you're like, throw it in the room, and you kind of pull them over to the door. Give me a who has the highest strength?
I
I
am
got a 60.
I'm at a 60.
80.
Me too.
Alright. Give me a strength roll
Here we go.
and then roll another d10. Like just, like a straight, like you're, okay. So the 67, okay. It's fighting to get out, but you guys managed to toss it into the room and shut the door. And it goes quiet.
All right, I think I've seen enough. Let's get fucking.
Bar the door. Bar the door.
I'm not putting my back on that fucking door.
I look around for something to toss in front of the door.
Well, I mean, it opens in, so it's not like it can push it open.
Shit can come
It
flying.
doesn't have thumbs, it can't turn the doorknob.
I'd like
It
to
don't
just
matter.
picture
I will
that.
put something in front of that door.
Here, I'll help.
Alright, so you guys are just getting out of there?
Yeah.
That's my vote. Hey, slow it down
Sure.
for the step.
There's a
Alright.
poltergeist. Let's go.
Do we have to roll decks again?
Nah, you guys not under the, strain of, the, knife fight any longer, or able to successfully make it to the top of the stairs. And you see Prentice standing there looking at you guys like, what happened?
Floating knife, gotta go.
Throwing knife, gotta go.
Gun to knife fight.
Alright, so everyone's in agreement to leave.
Yeah, there's no reason to stay here.
Yeah, exactly.
We got all his journals now. Let's get the frack out.
Alright, so you guys make haste. Bell outside. It's probably about 10:30 now. Where
Jump into the bed of his truck.
y'all pile into the. I'm sure Prentice would get in the truck, since he ain't gonna ride in the back of the pickup truck. I'm sure.
Correct.
and you guys peel off. Um, what are you telling Mr. Knott the next
Exactly what we
day?
found.
He looks at you guys like you're crazy. And he's like, if you don't want to do it, just, just don't give me my $25 back and say you don't want to do it. You don't have to make up cockamamie stories.
Look, here's all the information we found. Points to the ship being haunted. Had a floating knife. I'm out. Thanks for the 25, bro.
I guess $5 a piece ain't that much. Uh,
Hmm. Oh no, I'm not giving the money back. You can kiss my ass.
well, no, I'm saying like him losing $5 a
Oh
person.
yeah.
Uh, I'd never.
You should.
He just
I, I say, Mr. Knott. I said, you had the tenants before here said that crazy and creepy things went on before, and there were a lot of mysterious deaths. Mr. Corbett was a very strange man with a lot of friends. Is it really that hard to believe that we found out that the place was haunted?
yes, ghosts aren't real, son.
Sir, I suggest that you excavate the basement and get that corpse out of there and make it well known that you do that, and people might be interested in buying.
Whatever, just get out of my
Also, a nice,
office.
good cleaning. Oh, you know what? I forgot there was some kind of big, fancy-looking box in the basement. Um, it was behind the door that was locked. Opened it, took a look. Didn't want to touch it. It was a little creepy. Left it there. Might be of some interest to you if you just go take a look yourself.
Wow, really?
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
All right. So that.
Now, I will say that that box that he's talking about did have some gold inlay.
Oh my god, you guys are assholes.
We're the asshole.
Uh, yeah, this dude paid y'all money to do something, and they
And we
come
did?
back, in an RP stance. Would y'all believe some dude that's like, yeah, that place is haunted? Yeah,
Well, then why'd you have us look in the first place?
he
Well,
wanted
see,
to know.
here goes, like, from an RP stance. Like, if I was presented with evidence sitting there showing that this guy was talking about, gutting goats and things like that, and had journals and everything was boarded up
Well, that
with the
shit's all
history
in
of it.
Latin. He doesn't
The
doesn't
journals
read
are in
Latin.
English.
Yeah, but the book Jason was reading was the Latin book talking about goat entrails and shit. Uh,
I would just give him all that information. Say, here, read it for yourself.
he wasn't rude about it. He was just not happy. He wasn't cussing you guys out. He was just like, you don't have to make up stories about flying knives and stuff like
Like I
that.
said,
And y'all are basically like, well, yeah, no, why don't you go check the place out?
yeah. There's a flying. All right, here's the truth. In the basement, door to the right, we locked in the flying knife. Go look for.
All right, I'll do that.
Take some help.
I thought I had
Yeah.
help.
You see this? You see this cut?
Screen fades
Cut.
to black.
Because a knife cut me.
You never got cut
It's
by a
fine.
knife, motherfucker.
He doesn't know.
Hey, I see some bruises. Y'all fall down some stairs.
Hey, look,
Some of us are
there's
quite
a
safe.
knife.
Bruce.
Few days goes by and you get a call on your phone from the local police wanting you guys to come in for some questioning that Mr. Knott was found dead
Oh shit!
at the house.
I promise my fingerprints were not on that knife.
I punched it. Just saying.
But I mean, there was nobody wiping prints when y'all tossed it in the room. Not that the police would be able to go in
I was
there
gonna say,
and get the
who's know
knife.
it is?
But that's actually one of the things. It's like if where is it? If they fail to dispose of Corbett and simply report to Mr. Knott that nothing was wrong, he spends the night in the house to make sure and is stabbed to death in the basement by Corbett's magic dagger. The investigators will then be sought by the police and must then seek to prove their own innocence. But granted, I mean, it's a one shot, so. Uh, but good shit. So, like, in the drag y'all back. So, down in the basement, actually turn off the dynamic lighting shit. Alright, drag y'all out, back in. Can y'all see the whole map now?
Yep.
So, down here, like, there's like a false wall. Like, but y'all found the knife so quick, you couldn't really check the wall. But inside the wall led to like another room, and then you guys would have found the body of Corbett laying on the ground in there, and then y'all would have had to fight him. But hey, I would have did the same shit, you know.
Alright, so
oh,
me and Sean ran this years ago for us, and
Oh,
I
really?
didn't do it. And towards the end, he was like, "I think there's a false wall and a ghost you have to stab with the knife."
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's always that risk. Like we're playing.
Well, at the beginning, I was like, "Man, this sounds really familiar, like the shit you ran the one time when I was a tabloid reporter." Oh, it was weird. But he ran his, it was in the 80s.
Oh yeah, it says you can change the time period, but I'm like, I'm cool. I know Jay likes playing the 20s, so.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I like playing 20s as well. No, I mean, like I said, I mean, this was
I
like
love
what
it.
I liked about it is it's like it was like super easy to role play in it because it's just okay. What would you think about your occupation? Like, what would a normal person do in this situation? A normal person isn't going to be like, oh, a floating knife, let me fight it real quick. No, I'm going to be like, oh, a floating knife, let me get the fuck up out of here.
Right, like I think that like in a one shot they should really include pre-made characters that already have experience with the Cthulhu mythos and everything, so that you're not like, holy fuck, a flying knife, and then you just bolt. Because anyone in their right mind would bolt from a house
Yeah.
with a flying knife. Yeah.
My thing is, I wanted to see what the next thing was.
Oh, he's fucking nasty. Like,
Like, the only thing that I could, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, Wes, but the
oh,
only
you're good.
thing I could think that would come good out of this is, like, let's sit there and say we do go and we prove our innocence and everything like that. You know, after everything cools down, like the only way I could see playing that to the point where to get us back would be like we have to go down there and figure out what's going on because like now like the veil's been lifted type shit.
Well, you know, it would haunt at you. The books and stuff that you guys found, like the little journal things and stuff like that, like one of them had a fucking spell in it. So, you know, that would lead to it. The book in Latin, why you don't, there's no spell in it, it fucks with your sanity and you end up gaining Cthulhu mythos as well. Um, so it's like all of it kind of builds. Like as a one shot, I didn't think it was horrible. I just think it was kind of weird to not include pre-married characters that already had experience with that kind of shit, you know. But I mean, it is a quick start thing, so they probably were like,
No,
"Well,
but I
look."
mean,
I
really
love
liked
these
it though.
Cthulhu things.
Yeah, I love horror games, so like I really enjoyed this.
See, like to me, like if I was gonna run this long term or more than a one shot, it would be a slow burn, and then at the end, all the horrific shit happens. But it's enough to where it kind of, you know, gets its hooks into you. Like it wouldn't be flying knives and monsters. It would be like crazy cult people and shit like that. Stuff that you guys can rationalize until it's too late. And then once it's
Yeah.
too late, then you're in it. You have to fight to get out or die. Not there's a flying knife. Like there was no way to stop the knife other than doing what you did, either
grapple
throwing
it.
it in the room, or they were like you could throw a jacket over it and
I was gonna say like a
restrain it,
netting or something.
right? But I'm like, why would you put in a creature that they can't even kill? Like I would have put that in the room with him, you know.
Either that or like make it to the point to where like it can be like kind of sort of like floating high, but the knife doesn't actually. And if somebody grabs it, then all of a sudden like they're paralyzed or cursed or something. Like that would make more sense to me.
Or something that the players could dominate to their will.
Well, the
Yeah.
main guy, he has like a 90 pal. He has like, pull him up. I don't know what all this will show to you guys.
Show the
Picture.
picture.
Just the picture. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Hang on.
Now I do have a question for you, Wes.
Yeah.
Could we run? I know. We don't have the books and stuff for this.
There, now you should be able to see his sheet.
Yeah. Jesus, that con though. Holy
Well,
shit.
he's fucking undead. Yeah. He's not alive. He doesn't eat or whatever. Like, most of his stats are kind of low. But, like, that dominate shit that he does is kind of nasty. And then he's got this flesh wart thing, like this armor on him. But can we what, though?
I was wondering, like, I know we don't have the books for this, but like I said, I'm a huge horror game fan. So at some point in time, is there? I don't know if we could get the books of this, or if we could do like a D&D, like kind of use a D&D system to create our own horror game type deal.
It wouldn't be difficult to do a D&D game and make it in more of a Cthulhu-esque style, like that one game I ran where with the ghost and the water that you guys had to help. That was kind of a Cthulhu-esque feel to it, because they were kind of ghost. But yeah, it wouldn't be that difficult. Main thing would really be no sanity score, but we could always come up with something like maybe a mixture of willpower and intelligence or something.
Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed. This was fun. I'll check y'all later.
Good stuff,
Later, man.
everybody. End
Okay,
this
guys.
stream real quick. Thanks for
Hope you guys
watching
have fun.
our starter game, 7th edition quick start rule one shot. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. See y'all next time.